do remember getting more and more excited as time went on because I knew I was going to take the MSF course, and I took my time to get registered for it. And so when I registered for it, it was like 2 months away, something like that. I like registered it for it, and it was like still winter, like around the end of winter, maybe around like February. I registered for it, maybe around the end of February, and by the time it was ready, and I was ready for the course, and it was my slot for the course. It was April, like the end of April. So I was like anxious. I really wanted to ride. I kept seeing people on bikes. When spring started happening, I kept looking at videos. That's when I started getting into motovlogs. I was watching a lot of. I think starting off, I was watching a lot of. What is his name? Psycho Cruiser. That sucks. The thing is, traffic's getting busy. It's only 2:30, and then the fact that people just taking it, and then the fact that if I decide to go, I don't want to deal with this traffic. I'm gonna go the highway. I'm probably gonna get hit by a bunch of traffic there too. So it's gonna have to deal with it. I don't know what's going on and why so much traffic at 2:34 on Wednesday. Should be Wednesday today. So I don't know what's going on there. But anywho, damn, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, people I used to watch. So no, I used to watch like Psycho Cruiser and it's probably one other person that I was watching a whole lot. And most of the other videos I was watching was trying to pick out which bike I wanted to get. Because like I said, I didn't really know anything about bikes. I know I wanted a sport bike. And so I started looking at videos for which bike to choose. And most of the time, people were saying, don't get a bike that's 600. Get something lower than 600. Probably start at 250, buy a used 250. And that's what my idea was initially until I found out about the CBR 500R. Because a lot of people, even the people that say, get your 250, the reason is to get the 250 is to learn on it. But then, of course, after the season, you're going to want to trade it in. These are the people that's telling you to get the 250. So I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to get myself in that position of being on a bike and then wanting to get rid of it, and then having to deal with the fact that people might not want that bike, or I might lose a hell of a lot of value because it's a 250. So I started looking at videos on 500s, and I ain't hear nothing but positiveness from every single video that was talking about 250s. I mean 500s. Every single video, from magazine videos to just motovloggers. Nothing but positiveness when it came to the 500. God damn, why I keep saying 250? The only things that was up to that level was the 650, the Ninja 650, and the Ninja 300. And then people say the 650 because the 650 wasn't necessarily a sports bike. It's more of a I think it's more of like a dual sport, I think. So it's not going to actually be kicking out as much power as 600 would, the actual super sport. Then the fact that the insurance is low as crap, comparably to getting the super sport, that's another reason. And the fact that a first time rider, the price will be probably high, even though, I mean, you know, even more than it would be, I'm guessing anyway, probably be a lot more, even more, the price would probably be more than a person with experience on a 600, even though we're riding the same bike. Then there's a price, you know, 600s are around like $8,000 new. I wanted to get a new bike since I had so much money from my total car. I wanted to get a new bike that was like automatic for me. I don't have to deal with you know, the possibility of people driving the bike or somebody lying about it or messing the engine up or whatever. And you know, me, like I said again, hardly having any experience, I didn't want to get caught up by somebody stunting on me. So I'd rather just get a new bike and get something from the dealership. And the 500 new was, what am I, like 6,000 or something like that? And that's of course after, I mean, before all the extra stuff that dealers slap onto vehicles when they go to sell it, all the extra stuff. And then the 250, that was about, I think, like about 4,000. But like I said, people was complaining, like, well, they weren't complaining, but they were saying that you probably want to get rid of it. So I didn't want to make that leap and buy it and then want to get rid of it. Especially new, because new I definitely wouldn't get the same amount of money back. So I went with a 500. Wanted to get a new one. All the money I was spending on gear and stuff started making me change my mind. So then I want to get a used one. To get a used one that's still from the dealership, because I still didn't want to buy it off somebody. And then the fact that it's not, well, at the time anyway, it wasn't easy to find somebody that was selling a used 500, because it's only been out for 2 years. And like I said, nobody's been really complaining about it. Everybody liked the bike, so everybody's holding on to it. It's not like a 250 where the power is too low for most people. They want to keep it. God damn. There used to be, you ever heard of Solo cups? There used to be a Solo thing over there. Factory. I had a friend that worked there. Now it's just a pile of rocks. So went to the I went to the dealership maybe like 3 times, just constantly looking at bikes. I would look at video about how to check bikes out and what to look for and where different parts were and all that stuff. Man, this place is done. That's a lot of space too. And then I would go to the dealership and then try to do all that stuff. You know, try to check for. I would look at I look at the clutch and look at the shifter and look at the rear brake and front brake and look for where the lights are, and you know, I just kept looking at videos over and over and over again. Not the same video over and over again, but like the same topics over and over again. And then for like Cycle Cruiser and other people, I would look at like their videos on what's the best bike to get first. That was a little jerky. What's the best bike to get first, or where to, how to check out a used bike, or mistakes rookies make, stuff like that. And so, like I said, all this stuff was getting me like wanting to ride really bad. Man, I'm like jumping topics all over the place. So let's go back to the used bike. So I go to my dealership, the one I kept going to over and over and over again, and I was gonna buy a new bike. I still had my sight on a new bike, and then I found out about the used bike. So they had two different ones. They had a black one, and they had a red one, the one I'm on. They didn't really have that much information on the red one, other than the average talk about how good the bike is and give you some specs and all that. But they didn't really say, like, I had no idea they had the extra clips on here. But so I go to the dealership and I go to check out both the bikes in person without saying that I want to buy a bike. And the cool thing about the place, in a sense anyway, is that they don't really say anything to you. For the most part, you want to go check something out, they let you go check it out. They're not going to be quote unquote harassing you about what you're looking at and if you want to buy, when you're going to buy, how much money you got, stuff like that. So check the bike out again. I go up there with my homeboy, the one I was going to the MSF course with, and I see the bike. I keep checking it out online. I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna get this. This seems good. I did want to get the black one, but the black one was like, I think the black one started at like 5,000. So, and this one started at like 48 or something. And of course, hold up, did I pay 48? Well, I paid 50. I paid 58. Either way, the black bike was like 1,000 more, something like that. I think I had more miles too. Or hell, less miles or something. Either way, the reason I didn't want to get the black one is because it costs more, and then the visibility part of it. It had a new stock. It had a new. I think it had like a Three Brothers Three Brothers muffler on it, and it had some tape on it already. It had the monster and crap that I wanted to take off anyway. And had a bunch of that stuff. So I decided to go with the red bike. Checked it out. Yeah, I wanted to get it. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go up here, tell them I want it. I'm going to get a loan and then pay the loan off real fast. And, more credit type of thing. But I went there. Things didn't turn out quite the way I wanted it to. So I told the guy I was going to come back. I came back either the next day or the following week, because I think it might have been a weekend. So I came back the following week, probably, and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy it outright. Forget the loan guy. I'm just gonna buy it outright and pay for cash. Paid more than I wanted to. I wanted to kind of get the bike for under. It would be nice to get the bike under 5,000, but I didn't like say anything. Maybe I should do it next time, but I just kind of ate it. You know, because if I would save that money, I could use it for something else, as far as maybe like gear or something. But that's how it goes your first time out. I don't know if you noticed throughout this ride, I can't really tell how good the angle is on this shot. I'm gonna find out later on. But the road difference from the city to here in the county, you can see they like to take care of the roads in the county. The city, you know, you gotta dodge a lot of stuff. And I bet I'll probably put some money on this. You know, to any motovlog out there who's complaining about their roads and how messed up their roads are. There's a bunch of rocks on the ground now. But their roads aren't as bad as these. So they're complaining for nothing. They might get like a little bump. No, the roads suck here. Nah, son. Come to Baltimore. You can see real bad roads. Show you how it really is.